Did you know that some of your favorite celebrities have secrets that are way crazier than you could ever imagine? Today, we're diving deep into the most unbelievable stories and hidden facts about the world's biggest stars. From Hollywood legends to sports icons, get ready to see them in a whole new light. Let's kick things off with a name that's synonymous with art itself. Leonardo DiCaprio was actually named after Leonardo da Vinci. The story goes that his pregnant mother felt him kick for the very first time while she was admiring one of da Vinci's paintings in a gallery in Florence, Italy. It seems his destiny as a great artist was written before he was even born. Speaking of unique destinies, Nicolas Cage has taken planning for the afterlife to a whole new level. He bought a massive 9-foot-tall pyramid-shaped tomb in a famous New Orleans cemetery. Why? So he could, in his own words, be remembered forever. It's definitely one way to make a lasting impression. Now let's talk about a true hero, both on and off the screen, Keanu Reeves. When he starred in The Matrix, he didn't just pocket his massive paycheck. He donated over 70% of his earnings, a sum believed to be around $31 million, to cancer research and the special effects and costume design teams. He felt they were the true heroes of the film. What a genuinely good person. And while we're on action heroes, you can't get more hands-on than Tom Cruise. He's famous for performing his own jaw-dropping stunts. Remember that scene in Mission Impossible where he is hanging off the side of a plane as it takes off? That was real. No green screen, no stunt double. Just Tom, a harness, and a whole lot of courage. But talent isn't just about action. It's also about intellect. Rowan Atkinson, the man who gave us the bumbling Mr. Bean, is actually a certified genius. He has an IQ of 178, which is the same as Albert Einstein. He even has a master's degree in electrical engineering from Oxford University. It just goes to show you should never judge a book by its cover. Did you know we almost had a different Hermione Granger? Emma Watson came very close to turning down the iconic role in Harry Potter. Her parents wanted her to focus on her education and have a normal childhood. Thankfully, she decided she could do both, and the rest is cinematic history. Sometimes the best moments in movies are the ones that were never written. Robert Downey Jr. is a master of improvisation. As Iron Man, many of his most memorable lines, including the legendary "I am Iron Man" at the end of the first film, were completely unscripted. He truly embodied the character, but the path to stardom isn't always smooth. Samuel L. Jackson's career-defining role in Pulp Fiction almost didn't happen. He had been battling a serious drug addiction, but he checked himself into rehab just before filming began. He overcame his demons and delivered a performance that made him a global superstar. Mila Kunis also had a tough start. When she moved to the US from Ukraine at age 7, she was an undocumented immigrant and didn't speak a word of English. How did she learn? By watching the game show The Price is Right every day. The host's clear and repetitive speaking style helped her pick up the language. And she's not the only star who faced hardship. The hilarious Jim Carrey experienced homelessness as a teenager. After his father lost his job, his family had to live in a tent in a relative's backyard. He says those tough times fueled his desire to make people laugh. Let's switch to the world of music, where image is everything. Can you picture Elvis Presley as a blonde? Well, he was. The king of rock and roll was a natural blonde. He started dyeing his hair jet black because he thought it made him look more intense and dramatic on stage, inspired by stars like Tony Curtis. Here's another music legend who defied convention: Jimi Hendrix. As a left-handed guitarist in a right-handed world, he couldn't find a guitar made for him. So he just took a regular right-handed guitar, flipped it upside down, and restrung it to play it his way. This unorthodox method contributed to his unique sound. Freddie Mercury's voice was one of a kind, and he was terrified of anything that might change it. He had 4 extra teeth in the back of his mouth, which pushed his front teeth forward, creating his famous overbite. He believed this gave his voice its incredible range and power. So he never had them fixed, fearing it would alter his legendary vocals. Have you ever wondered how Michael Jackson did that incredible anti-gravity Lean in the Smooth Criminal video? It wasn't just a camera trick. He actually co-invented and patented special shoes that had a slot in the heel. This slot could hook onto a peg on the stage floor, allowing him and his dancers to lean forward at an impossible angle. Pure genius. Before she was a global phenomenon, Lady Gaga was a songwriter for other pop stars. She wrote hit songs for artists like Britney Spears and the Pussycat Dolls. It's amazing to think. that a future icon was behind the scenes, penning tracks for the very people she would soon share the charts with. Musical genius can also overcome incredible obstacles. The great composer Beethoven was completely deaf during the later years of his life. Yet it was during this period that he composed some of his most profound and beautiful masterpieces, like his Ninth Symphony. He could hear the music perfectly in his head. Another music legend, Louis Armstrong, was so dedicated to his craft that it left a physical mark. He played the trumpet with such force and for so many hours every day that he developed scars and calluses on his lips. His passion was literally etched onto his face. And then there's Ray Charles, who lost his sight completely by the age of 7. But that didn't stop him from becoming a musical pioneer. He learned to play the piano while blind, using his other senses to create a sound that blended soul, R&B, and jazz, changing music forever. Even modern stars have humble beginnings. Adele, one of the best-selling artists of all time, recorded her entire debut album 19 while she was still a teenager living at her mom's house. It just proves that you don't need a fancy studio to create something magical. And for multi-talented, you can't beat Prince. The man was a one-person band. He could play an astonishing 27 different instruments and often recorded his albums entirely by himself, playing every single part from the drums to the guitar solos. Now let's turn to the world of sports, where the stories are just as incredible. Lionel Messi, arguably the greatest soccer player ever, was diagnosed with a growth hormone deficiency as a child. The treatments were incredibly expensive, and his family couldn't afford them. The club Barcelona saw his potential and offered to pay for his entire treatment if he moved to Spain to join their youth academy, a decision that changed football history. His great rival, Cristiano Ronaldo, has a heart of gold. In 2011, he won the European Golden Boot for being the top scorer. Instead of keeping the trophy, he auctioned it off for 1.5 million euros and donated the entire amount to build schools for children in Gaza. Let's talk goalkeepers. Germany's Manuel Neuer is famous for his sweeper-keeper style, often playing far outside his goal. It might be because he didn't start as a keeper. Until he was 14, he played as a forward, which explains his incredible footwork and confidence on the ball. The mind of an athlete is just as important as their body. Before the 2010 World Cup, Spanish midfielder Andres Iniesta was battling severe depression after the tragic death of a close friend. He fought through it, and in the final match, he scored the winning goal in extra time, giving Spain its first ever World Cup title. It was an incredibly emotional moment of triumph. Some players are so valuable they become national treasures literally. In the 1960s, Brazilian legend Pelé was so good that European clubs were desperate to sign him. To prevent him from leaving, the Brazilian government officially declared him a national treasure, making it illegal for him to be transferred to a foreign club. And for the wildest story of all, we have Ronaldinho. The Brazilian superstar was once arrested in Paraguay for trying to enter the country with a fake passport. While in prison, he didn't just sit around. He joined the prison's football tournament and, of course, his team won. He even won a 16-kilo pig as the grand prize. You just can't make this stuff up. From Hollywood to the World Cup, these stories show us that the people we admire are often more complex, resilient, and surprising than we ever knew. Their journeys are filled with struggle, generosity, and moments of pure genius. If these incredible facts blew your mind, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel. We're always uncovering more amazing stories about the world's most fascinating people. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.